Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Teresa here, and today is my very first layout for the Erica Rose Creates design team. I'm so excited to be able to be on this team. I will be on the cut file part of the design team, and I also have the lovely privilege of working with the Erica Rose stamp sets. The cut file I'm working with today is the Today is Your Day cut file. I will have links for both of these products down below. And the stamp set is Beach Bound, designed by Ashley Horton, who I have worked with before and just love her designs so much. And so I wanted to challenge myself for this layout to use both the cut file and the stamp set together. And I was inspired to use the inside of the letters in the cut file. So what I'm going to do first, what you see me doing here, is creating a way to mask off the letters so that I can use my blending tool and my ink cubes to fill those letters in with color and then stamp elements on top and add different embellishments on top as well. Just as a fun but kind of different way to play with cut files and stamp sets together. I love blending products together like this and making them interact with each other. So what I did was I kind of placed the cut file itself down first and then put the other filler pieces in. So I mostly just have the letters left on the page. I also brought in the Pretty Little Studio Indian Summer collection for physical product. I'm using the kind of scattered polka dot pattern paper as the background. I felt like it had a little more than just plain white cardstock, and brought in that beautiful kind of purpley burgundy color, maroon. Oh, Taylor, is it maroon or was it red? The ink pad is called raspberry something. So at any rate, that's one of the elements that I love about this whole combination is that raspberry color stamped on top of the other colors that I've pulled from my ink pad collection. And I want to just say that I typically only purchase ink colors in the smaller, like teardrop or the smaller cubes. It's easier for storage. They're also easier to handle here while I'm filming. The archival black ink pad, that's my staple go-to, so I do use that one in the larger stamp pad. But for all intents and purposes, you can use the smaller ink cubes the same way as a regular ink pad. It's also a little bit more affordable. That being said, I don't keep a lot on hand. But again, I think that you can do exactly the same things as you can with your regular ink pads. The ink blenders that I'm using are from Waffle Flower Crafts. I love these. They're still pretty brand new. I haven't washed them or cleaned them yet. I just keep building building ink colors on top of them. So if my ink colors look a little different than yours do, you'll understand why. Okay. I got those letters inked in, and some of them I did leave not inked, somewhat on purpose, I guess, and that's okay. So the next step is to go ahead and glue down the die cut or the cut file itself. I'm using the Tombow liquid adhesive. I just want to say that I think I've had this bottle of adhesive since somewhere around 2018. And it's still working great. There's still plenty of adhesive left in there. There are glue pens as well, but I find that this just goes a lot quicker. I apply it using a scrap piece of cardstock underneath so that if there's, excess somewhere, it'll go off on the scrap cardstock. But then I was debating, like, could I put the cut file down with the masked part still on? But I went ahead and decided to pull all of those off, and sure enough, you can see the letters very well. And look how cute that looks once you add the cut file. That's so satisfying to me to glue down the cut file and see your design idea come to life. I love that. That's my favorite part about using cut files. I especially loved seeing these letters and seeing the title come to life here. And so now we're going to have some fun with the stamp set. And the first thing that I couldn't wait to do was to stamp this little sunshine. It is so cute there, layered on top of the lighter pink ink color. And so I'm going to clean it in between each stamp session here. The other sunshine is stamped in this cantaloupe color. That one didn't show up as well, but that's okay. Maybe that sun is being eclipsed. Oh, I'm so funny. I also stamped another little sunshine outside of the cut file to tie all of this together, and it also will be kind of a little home base for the photo and for other embellishments to go with the photo. The photo that I'm using is from 2018. It's kind of a back to school kind of photo, Addison's birthday kind of photo. There were a couple of things going on that month and for him. So that's kind of the theme. It's kind of a almost fall because it's end of August, and so it makes the Indian Summer collection perfect for this. It makes the title of the cut file perfect for this photo, and he just looks so cool standing there in this courtyard. It's a courtyard here in Kernersville, North Carolina, that we visit sometimes and always get some cool photos in there. So some other things you notice that I'm doing, I created a word strip and cut it out just by stamping one of the sentiments onto plain white cardstock and added that to the D letter in today. And then I also used the 3 little hearts with that raspberry color again on top of the A's. And that pops, again, you can see how nicely that pops against the blue. You did see some of the stamping before I started this layout, and when I was opening the stamp set itself, I just pulled out some of these colors to match with the Indian Summer collection, but also to play on scrap cardstock. just to get some creative ideas. That's how the idea of blending the stamp set with the cut file kind of came into my head. And so you can see some of the stamping that I did, just playing around and layering those colors on top of each other to see which ones worked out. And I think that that is one of the best tips or advice I can give you when you get a new stamp set like that, to just grab some ink colors, your favorites, some that you know you want to work with a specific collection, and just start stamping on scrap cardstock and see what ideas come to you. It's very satisfying to play around, and also results in some cute layouts. So another thing that I wanted to do here was add some of the stickers to the layout. I am trying to keep this a little bit simple, probably more simple than what I normally do, simply because I feel like the cut file itself shines beautifully, and it is the focal element, and I didn't want the embellishments to compete with the cut file. Some more things I wanted to add were just some enamel dots. Listen, I'm going to tell you, after I finished the layout and I picked up the page, these purple ones and the kind of coral colored ones all fell off. So I had to re-glue those. I guess they were a little older. They're not glossy, which was kind of cool to use on a boy kind of layout. So, but that's fine. I thought you guys would get a kick out of hearing that. I was so glad I had photographed it already, so I remembered where all the dots were supposed to go. If you ever wonder, as content contributors, do our layouts always go smooth? No, they don't. But we have a good time with it anyway. And oh yeah, another thing was, of course, to add little puffy hearts within the sunshines that I stamped. And then the very last thing is a bit more journaling. Here, I just quickly pulled an older wood block here, and I'm going to swipe one of the ink pads across just a couple of the lines, and did a test stamp there. Always do a test stamp. And sure enough, that stamp needs a good cleaning. So, but it's fine. It's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and just write out a little bit of what's on my mind. And then I used more lines than what I originally stamped. So I grabbed just this one and added those really quickly. I'm also going to just add another little stamped sentiment here, I think. Yep, using that raspberry color again. And finish this layout up. Just one last thing I have to do is cut off the branding strip, and this will be complete. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will have links to the products down below for you at the Erica Rose Creates website, and I hope to see you back here again real soon with more inspiration. Bye-bye.